let's talk about which herbs and supplements can I take long term, and others, how long can I take them? Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now. Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, first of all, I want to talk about which herbs and supplements can I take long term. Also, others, how long should I take them for? A lot of people think, I can take a lot of herbs and it doesn't matter. Well, that's not true. There's no doubt about that. It's not true. But before I get into that, if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe. Also, watch those little ads at the beginning. It brings a little few cents towards my wife and I appreciate that greatly. Also, to get a copy of my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life, it's on Amazon, and if you just Google Live a Cancer-Free Life, it will come up. More than half of you are going to have cancer, and a majority will die from it. So let's not let that happen. You can actually prevent it much easier than trying to heal it. So let's allow ourselves to be healthy, and I want to see you around for a long time. So which herbs and supplements can you take long term? Well, a lot of people think, a little is good, a lot is better. Well, that's really not true. And I had a man come to me not very long ago. He was taking 50 herbs and supplements, and he was sicker than a dog. I'm telling you, really bad. And I said, wow, you got to stop all this. There's no doubt about it. And I didn't hear from him for about a month. And he got back to me and said, well, you were right. I was taking too much. I ended up stopping all of it, and now I feel great. He was really not feeling good at all. So I'm telling you, it's not good to take a bunch of stuff and think, all this is going to help. It really doesn't help in a lot of cases, unless there's specific things going on. And I think it's really important. So which herbs can you take long term? Especially the food herbs, you know what I mean? You can take the chamomile, the parsley, the thyme, the dill, the peppermint, the sage and different things like that. Those are really great. Anything you usually grow in your garden and you use in cooking, really safe. There's no doubt about that at all. Also things like glucomannan, which is a food, which we make things like new pasta out of. Great, not a problem. All kinds of things, chlorella, which is a food also, not a problem, take that. All kinds of different things that you find out whether they're a food-based supplement of any kind, and it's not really a problem. Also, which can you take long-term? Like I said, the food type of herbs. Also, how long should you take other herbs for? I think my Chinese doctor, Dr. Frank, had a good answer for that. He recommends a little bit is good, a lot is not good. And he said, take it for 10 days as tea, take 20 days off. Well, I say 7 to 10 days and take at least a week off. And that's a minimum, you know what I mean? So at least a week off if you're taking anything in particular. Things like licorice root is not good to take long term. Even people who grow licorice root and sell it even say this is not for long term. It can cause major problems. I had a man who took a whole bottle of licorice root capsules at one time. He did irreparable damage to his body, and he will never be the same. It's not good. Check with a person like me, an herbalist, or, a naturopath or somebody like that, and also find out whether this is something you should take long term and how much you should take also, because, like I said, a lot of people in the United States think a little bit is good, a lot's going to be better. No. Don't do that. That could be a fatal mistake. Not good. Like I said, 7 to 10 days, take a week off, maybe even, 10 days off, then come back and revisit it. Unless it's these food type of herbs and supplements that, beta-glucans, which is actually, made from food. You could take that long term. Lots of different ones that even things like Ketosan, which I'm not a fan of, but it was actually made from food, and you can actually take that long term. Also, food should be your first step to healing anything and any kind of health challenge, and it's usually the last thing that people think about is like healing with food. Well, this is very, very, very important. I think a lot of people just forget about what they're eating in general and think it's not important for healing what they got. Let's see, you have high cholesterol, go on a plant-based diet. Boom, it's going to be gone. There's no doubt about that. Have high stress, take a little bit of plant-based herbs, a little bit of chamomile, a little bit of peppermint, a little bit of lemon basil, all kinds of different things that you can take, which will make a big difference in the quality of your life. You're going to boost up your immune system. Take some foods that are high in antioxidants. Think to yourself when you're sick, how did I get to this point, And I think a lot of times it stems back to not eating right, 9 out of 10 times. If you're taking medications, a lot of times herb and supplements might interact. They don't mix well. If you're taking drugs for depression or psychotic conditions or blood thinners or anti-seizure drugs or medicines for high blood pressure sometimes and heart medicines, cancer drugs, all kinds of, even diabetic drugs, that type of thing. Be sure to check with somebody like me or somebody else, even your doctor, to make sure this is not going to interact, because a lot of times they can. There's no doubt about that. And herbs and supplements don't make up for a poor diet. I've had a lot of people come to me and they say, oh, you know what, I eat this and this and that, but I just can't afford anything else. But at the same time, I'm feeling really bad. I have high blood pressure, have anxiety, I have this condition, that condition, that condition. Well, you know what, you either pay the doctor now or pay for food, first of all, in the first place, so you feel better. I think it's really important that we eat right. That way we don't have the health conditions that we have to worry about and need to take, herbs or supplements or go see your doctor and take something else. I think a lot of people have forgotten that we are what we eat, and it's super important every single day. So remind yourself that every day. I am what I eat. If you're out eating candy, eating ice cream, and that type of thing, eventually your body's going to come around and, wake you up with a wake-up call. And you're going to get your labs back and go, you need to change something. My cholesterol's high, my trigs are high, all kinds of different things. My A1C is high, my glucose is high, on and on and on. So remember, take the herbs and supplements that are food-based. That's great. Talk to one of us, people who know about herbs and supplements, as to, if there are other ones which are not food-based, as to how long you can take them for. On the average, 7 to 10 days, with another week off to 10 days off. And as my good friend, Dr. Frank, said, 10 days on, 20 days off. So if in doubt, that's a good idea to do it that way. So have a wonderful day. If you want to do a consultation with me, let's get rid of your chronic diseases. We can do that. There's no doubt about it. And call me at 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. And also take care of your stress. Right now, a lot of people have stress, and that's really causes a lot of diseases going on. So take care of your stress. Give me a call, and let's get you healthy. And remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.